more to entertainment than 500-channel TV and zillion-dollar movies? Turning the sound up and your mind off? Is there still a place where fun involves thinking, imagining, doing? Some of us think so, and we find it in a game. Magic the Gathering. All you need to play is a brain, a deck, and a friend.
There are those right now that are questioning whether you can withstand the big man.
I don't care about those people, man. I don't care about those people that are stark raving Pauperganda nights. Pauperganda, brother. Pauperganda.
Hey everybody, it's Deluxe. It's Friday. We're doing our thing with Pauper, and apologies for my voice if you saw that intro. I spent the morning trying to mimic. Mimicking isn't a word, by the way. I just spelled it that way. But I tried to mimic Hulk Hogan, and after about 4 takes, I was like, good God, my throat is just shot. So this show is sponsored by Ricola. Not really. They haven't given me a dime, but I figured it's one of the things that are helping. Thank you for that, Nerd to the Core. I just didn't have the time. I've got a lot of prep to do minutes before the show, but I will keep that in the banks for gargling salt water later. Anyway, on to Pauper. How's everybody doing? All that. 17. Oh, boy. It's already starting. I better chug some water here. Might not be much narrating going on today. Thank you for that, Sir Business 42. So we got 17 basics. Now, I was going to run Heroic again. I've got a few changes to that. If you guys want to see them, chime in, win, lose, or draw at the end of the 5th round, and we'll go over that. But I've got 17 basics in this one, and I wanted to go completely like we were all Heroic last week. This week, we're all Evil. I played this maybe once, I think, before, probably like a 1-4, 2-3. Don't expect much, but the latest builds have been playing a lot better. So I run 17 basics. I've got 4 Dark Rituals, 3 Duresses, 4 Unearths, which are just awesome in this deck, 4 Bonesplitters, 4 Vault Skirges, 4 Blessings. I kind of geared this, even though they're 2, to the curve of how you usually play them. Then we got 4 of these. This is the MVP of the deck, Grotesque Mutation, 3-1, and Lifelink. There's that Hulk Hogan voice again. Comes on strong, really keeps you in the game. Dauthi Slayer, we've got 2 Sign in Blood, obviously a nice kill card or draw, 4 Faerie Macabre, and 2 of the Marauders. What I really like to do in this deck, if you're not familiar with it, you discard for nothing on turn 1, and then you can unearth it and get a 2/2 flyer at the very least on your first turn. So it's kind of a nice check. And if you'll notice, every single creature in here has evasion. I've noticed with a lot of SUI black builds, SUI standing for suicide, which is kind of, I think that's usually the term used for this kind of deck, just that blitz kind of black deck. A lot of them deal damage to themselves, and you know, you just, once people, it's no surprise, you just block and you wait it out, and they end up, you know, attacking you after the 5th turn. They're at like 13 life, you're at 12, and you haven't even attacked them. So I like this evasion route a lot better. In our sideboard, we've got all 4 Crypt Rats. I'm not messing around. I'm just trying to, you know, we've got to go all in with a rogue deck like this. We've got 4 Sands, 1 Syphon Life, 1 Crime, and the rest are Snuff Outs, just for that spot removal. Let me catch up on the chat here. Thank goodness. Hey, what's this? The Aethel Bear, back in black. All right. Hey, all right. Mike, man, did you catch the top of the show? I sure hope you did. Yeah. Anyway, why Syphon land on the 17 deck? Just because Burn's a really bad matchup. If you follow me on Facebook, I've got a version of this deck without Duress's main, and Duress's was kind of my homage to that. And honestly, after 2 or 3 lands, you don't need any more, so that's kind of why. Let's just jump on over here. And Blessing was a pretty nice little homage to keeping stuff alive. I tried Undying Evil for a while, but in the end, I wanted to be proactive and just be doing stuff. So Duress's main deck, really cool, helped shore up the some of the bad ones there. So Matador Actual in the house, good to see you. Just tuned in, says Mike Man. Oh, damn it. Hell, you have to watch it on YouTube. I can't really replay the top of the show, but Lovecraft 668, good to see you too, buddy. Yeah, I was, like I said, I've been meaning to do this for weeks now, because you know, the only time I was ever into wrestling when I was a little kid, and I was into it at the absolute heyday of like when Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, there was like a 2-year period, Rowdy Piper. And I was all in for like 2 summers. And I don't know, it's just that nostalgic callback to the 80s and all that junk. So, oh, nerd of the core, I'll probably never do a draft. I'm a really bad drafter. Decent at sealed, but yeah, I'm just too much of an optimist for drafts to go. I mean, I've had a few that I've won here and there, but overall, it's like, no, constructed's all my thing. Boy, kind of quiet today in the setup here. So anyway, yeah, I'll be playing obviously in the challenge this weekend. Not with this, probably with Heroic again. I just can't get over how just decent that deck is. I mean, not decent. It's definitely kind of on the tier 1 scale, or getting there. And does anybody know if Ninja is still broken? So we got a 3-land hand here. I like this. Curve's all right. We'll keep this because I've been hearing rumor, and I had one Delver pilot just quit when they attacked with a Faerie with 2 untapped islands, and then it was just they logged off, and it was like, maybe that's the real bug. Ninja is still broken. Thank you for that. All right. Yeah, and they did, if I'm not mistaken, they did fix Ayalbulit, or however you say that, I believe. So that's interesting. Well, this is strange, isn't it? I'm gonna drop this roll from here, get our dude out here right away, try to start gaining life. Don't see Disciple of Vault very much unless it's 5 years ago and you're playing against Special Kyle. I actually played against him last night, and I expected this kind of a first turn, and he dropped a mountain and started burning me. I was like, this is a trip, but yeah, this looks like his old build. Wow. All right. We're definitely going to need our Snuff Outs here. Boy, that's a tempting block there, but I'm not going to do it. We'll roll from here. I'm going to actually develop first. Then I'll use the odd math next turn to drop the Bonesplitter out and go. This is I haven't had much experience playing Affinity with this, but we'll see. Oh, it is fixed. Okay. Well, thank goodness for that. Gosh, how long did that take? Like 5 years? It took so long. Well, I wanted, is Spinning Darkness still broke? Because that would probably be a good addition in this deck, but I just oh boy. I hope he doesn't have a way to sack stuff. This is going to be awfully quick with this many dudes down. It's funny how often Shadow catches people off guard and they won't attack into it, but this guy knows better. Okay. Well, can't really last too much longer without activating this. And we absolutely know he has Galvanic Blast. So I'm going to drop this out. We'll save that for next turn. Gain some life here. We've got enough on the stack. 7, 2 turns if we draw correctly. He's got 1 card in hand, so that's the only good news. Oh, there's a big boy. All right, maybe we stay back with the Vault Skirge. Of course, it's going to make us, we're going to gain life from the Vault Skirge, and then we're going to lose just as much once it dies because of the triple disciples out there. Crazy. My God. I mean, I only read Hulk Hogan's voice like 3 times, but I went all in because if you try to mimic Hulk Hogan in those, Mean Gene Okerlund days, you just got to go all out, because if you just roughly get close, it's nowhere near the fervor he has in his voice. So oh boy, I don't think we're winning this one. Bam. Taking it. All right, he has nothing in his hand. Well, we got 10 coming at us next turn and only 1 blocker. And when it dies, yeah, this is just over before it begins here. I can do 2, 4, 6, 7 damage to him, but he's got us and we've got no blockers. So I'm just going to scoop this one now. We'll roll to game 2 and hope for a little bit better going down. I will I'm going to bring out my Macabres here. These are going to be decent. Maybe lose 1 of them. Open up 7 spots. I think I might even lose these. I want to go for a reset package. I know it seems a little counterproductive playing Crypt Rats, but again, you don't have to activate this. And as you just saw, we're going to need some blockers. So I'm actually going to bring in all of my Crypt Rats and I think 3 Snuff Outs. Duress is good against all the typical players, so much so I'm going to bring in the last one And I think I like this. Yeah. Rowdy Piper for the win. Hulkamania. Yeah, I got to be careful not to even like kind of sound like him because, oh boy. Affinity. That was an interesting scenario just then. It was like, well, we could have blocked in any other normal affinity builds and bought ourselves maybe the one turn that we needed to, so we could do what, 7 or 8 damage each swing. But the second our artifact died, we'd lose the 3 life that we gained. So yes, I want to go first. Okay, so this is a good hand. We're going to keep this. See the power of Dark Ritual here, and what I like about it later on too, especially with Retrace, we can be pitching lands and saving those for either Crypt Rats surprise activations or whatnot. So it's probably a good thing that I'm playing a fast deck that's either going to win fast or lose fast, probably the latter, but just because of the throat issues I'm having right now. So we're going to drop a Slayer here and then drop this. This is when the deck really hums when you get this out. And so next turn, hopefully he doesn't have a Galvanic Blast right up away, but J Biles 23 in the house. Good to see you. So now we're going to look at his hand unless we draw something. Oh, there we go. I'm going to opt for Duress here. Oh boy, of course, I thought he'd have 4 of them. He's only got 2 of them. Wink, wink. All right, we'll come on over for this. Swing. And we'll see what he's got. So he takes out the Citadel. And I love Duress how it does this. I sure wish all of them did that as far as what's the Gitaxian Probe and stuff. Man, I wish it did that. That would be really nice. Okay, so we've got bait for that. We've got 2 on that. That's okay. This is I know I think it was Paul Dyson laugh about a year ago. I had a qualifier for a deck saying it was a good inebriation deck. This is one of those. You just attack, and it's like you don't have to really think too much because almost everything has evasion, so you're just going for it. But now if he does torch something, we've got the Unearth here, and I really like it 4 count of Unearth in this deck. So Duress says reveal Gitaxian Post. Look at, oh, that's good to know. Thank you for that. Under the core Matador actual. I think it's based on the rules text. Ninja. All right, so now we've got at least, well, we do have 2 blockers. I don't think they're going to be doing much blocking, however. Going to negate this attack here. And I have actually a decent amount of time killed with Sign in Blood. I really like it at the 2 spot, but, oh, boy, man, it's really hurting right now. Okay, well, hopefully it burns right now. So we can at least turn something on here. Come on. He's not going to do it. Okay. Boy, really, really, really wish I had another swamp. But without that, let's see, the tree came out. He's got a blast and a disciple in his hand. Here comes the disciple. That was a triple disciple play last one. That's yowza. Craziness. They're not going to hit your creatures with blast. Yeah, I know. Probably not, unless it's a crucial block. But here comes 6. I think at this stage I will keep 1 back because I either save 4 life on the blast or 4 life from the blocker. And come on. There we go. All right. Well, this is interesting. 6, 10, 11. I think I've got to keep 1 back to block. I'll do that. I'll attack for these 2. Go from here. And let's see. He'll be at 7. Next turn will be 2, 4, 6. If we've got that right. Ooh, not what I wanted to see there. Alrighty. Those go down. And we take damage. Very nasty. Oh. Going south quickly. This is a prime example. I'm sure we'll win 1 or 2, maybe even 3 today, but this is a prime example of this deck not being able to, playing amazing in like the tournament rooms where you have a few close losses, but usually you win 2-1, and then you come to the tournament and you always get that little, what do you call, just that desire of just like, yeah, man, I think this list is right about now. But, and like I said, I vastly prefer being able to attack. I mean, our opponent is at 8, but looks like we're going to be at 5. Galvanic Blast still in hand. Disciples out. Boy, oh boy, my throat is shot. I want to keep that blocker up, knowing that we're at half our life right now. Too much swinging going on here. Oh boy, that's not good. Gonna be a fat chance to pull this one off. Yep, I think we're gonna crash and burn hard on our first round here. All right. Galvanic Blast is dead, but it looks like we are too. So he's gonna come on over for 7, and then if any artifact dies, he's got us. I do have the lifelink dude. As you can see right now, that would be really helpful. He'd be at 3 life if we had that, but we don't. We could hit him for 2 and then 6, but bad first example. I'm going to just roll right into the next one, guys. That was, oh, here we go. That was a big LL to start the day off. Expect a few wins here and there. Yeah. Should have been playing Heroic, damn it. But yeah, that's the big thing of the day now with Heroic is the Deathblade Elite, being able to provoke. Such a cool mechanic, and boy, I've never seen a one card change a matchup like that with regard to. Have everybody seen this Skronkst? I don't know how to pronounce it. I know it's not me, it's just the game bug itself, but it's like it's a funny error to keep getting. All right, our opponent's 1-2. And Little fights out, I think, hanging with his boy today. He might be in a little bit later. Okay, so this is kind of an all-in ritual play. We'll keep. Hopefully we don't see a swamp or a mountain. Don't want any more swamps here. Oh, there's a mountain. And if this is what I think it is, I will probably hold back the blessing so that we can at least gain 1 life once we pay for the blessing. And nope. Hey, all right, it's a cohort. Okay, boy, I couldn't think of 2 worse matchups. A sacrifice affinity build. The normal affinity, I can usually block and stay out of blast logic and gain life, but those disciples really meant the difference. Okay. Do I go all in with that? I'm going to go for it because this is suicide by nature. Let's just do this and just pay for it out of respect. I could equip it, pay 2 life, but I want to just cast it. We'll go like that. All right. Oh boy, nothing like water. Who would have thought? I've got like this, all these, what's a good magic joke? Flasks of liquids all over the place. Good stuff. So I will equip now just because we've got Apostle's Blessing back up. Maybe this will save us 1 life overall. I say 1 because if he's got a blast, it's going to pay 2 to getting that, but we'll see. I'm comfortable just sitting back and gaining life here. Boop-a-doo. And here's our net worth. Here we go. Protection from red. Hopefully that's his only one. And it is neat with this deck. You can actually pay for the Vault Skirge. Honestly, you don't have to hurt yourself. So we'll gain 1 life, as I said. This is some weird looking elves. Yeah, here's some ignorant looking elves. Been playing in fire. Some of the best flavor text. Not so much that one, but gosh, I just love that fire aim ready and all the. There's so much good goblin text out there. All right, darn it. Well, really want an Unearth here so I can block that Foundry Street. That's such a trip to see goblins. It's like, who's playing that? They're Northern Elves, says Mike Man. Yes, very well said. Mike Man, you make sure to watch the top of the show once I upload it to YouTube because it's pretty much for you, brother. Alrighty. Well, we've got this and this. It's risky, but I'm going to just drop the, just to keep our curve rolling here. Hiya! We'll go like this. Pay the life, please. I hate when it does that and backwards. You got to pay the life first and then cast that, right? Come on. Glad I'm not hurting on my clock here. I'll pay this, and then I'll pay this. It's weird how it makes you do that. All right. Boy, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the footage of the mudslides out in this area. Good grief. Like 14, 16 people dead. It's like that's probably got to be the worst. The fires a few weeks back gutted everything, and then there was nothing to hold back the soil, and man, oh man, just super tragic. Syscom says, my wife wonders why I volunteered to drive my daughter to the gymnastics class. 2 hours of pauper. Hey, great way to say it. Good to hear. All right. Consistent life gain or get rid of that damn Foundry Street. I'm going to opt to get rid of it. 3 gets me 2. Let's do that. All right. Well, we got 4 on 3, and we're already down a turn here. I'm going to play that. Roll with this. Definitely want Crypt Rats in this matchup. Go from here. Really want an Unearth soon. Lightning Bolt Chain took care of those dudes. Ouch. It's going to be one of those days. Shadow Axe. Hey, that'd be a good name for this. And just like that. Pop. What are we going to be at? 4? Nope, 6. Sorry, my math's really off. Okay, well, I will play this here. At least I've got a blocker now. And some protection. We'll attack with this. Equip that. After the fact. And go from there. I sure wish Darkness was online. It's the black fog, if anybody's wondering. It just costs 1 black. I think it's from The Dark. That's when I started playing Magic. Good stuff. All right. To keep alive the Vault Skirge. Somebody watching that just like every time. Oh my God. Triple Bushwhacker draw. Well, we're not going to beat that. 2, 4, 6. Too bad this doesn't have first strike. Darkness in him would be cool. About all we can hope for here is he doesn't attack with something out of a mistake. But kind of a brutal first outing. We didn't expect to. Wouldn't really play this if I knew Goblins was around. But you know that's how things happen with what do you call this game we all love? Magic. Okay, and unless, yeah, he's got us either way because we can't block. We're dead here. We can't do stuff. Dang. All right, game 2. One of these days we're going to get a win, Goblins. After last week, though, I think we went 4-1 last week, so I'm already itching to play a little bit of Rogue. I just didn't want to come out and be like, hey, it's Heroic again. I did that with Tribe. I think there were like 2 weeks in a row I did it, and I was like, it's not so great. Crypt Rats is making such an entrance so often. I'm thinking might be good to just main deck them. I've had versions of this where I have done that. But I'm going to take out a Duress. I'm going to take out 2 Faerie Macabre. I really like the first turn and the evasion, and the block ability is another good thing. This always stays. I can't think of a matchup where that would come out. Snuff Out's a little too costly. And maybe 1 Syphon Life to counteract the rats. I'm not sure. Let's see. Not even sure Duress would be that good of a thing. Well, let me keep the Duress in. 2 of them anyway. I'm going to bring back in the Macabres. I'm going to take out Sign in Blood. And I'll add 1 Syphon Life. Yeah, let's try that. We've got a few blockers. Some ways to get a little bit of life back and hopefully reset the board with some rats. I'm just glad Magic's not bouncing me all over the place here. Hiya. All right. Here we go. Come on now. Okay, pretty good hand. Yeah, we got Slayer Duress first turn. That's nice. What's optimal is always, you know, the flying imp draw into 2 creatures, but that didn't help us last game, did it? So we will Ritual. It's nice when you have Unearth in your opening because you can kind of play a little careless. Just like, hey, man, go ahead and kill this stuff. He's got it again. Look at this. We'll get rid of the better of the 2. force him to do it main phase there. And roll from here. And at least we'll be able to bring it back to life. Let's see what he's got. He's going to play his mountain. And the Raider. Okay. Decent, decent. Alright. Now I'll get too many of these. I'm going to cycle this. Come on. Something. That's fine. Well, every land we draw now is going to just be 2 life. Kind of good against a Raider. Boy, these Bushwhackers sure like this guy. Couldn't believe that last turn. 3-turn Bushwhacker. That was pretty crazy. Oops, sorry about hitting the mic there, guys. Ugh. Yeah, I've got to try to never do another Hulk Hogan voice. And I apologize, our Rakdos Casino commercial, it's totally done except for the voiceover. We have been through 5 people now. 3 females, 2 males, and we just cannot find the right voice for it. And I just can't show it unless it's right. So I'm still looking. I need like that old vampire sound, I guess, would be the best way to put that. All right, we'll just play this. It's probably going to eat some stuff, come back. Goblin's going to come back next turn. Oops. Have to attack. Yeah, but it is funny if you do sleeve this up or try it out, how often like you've got somebody down at like 4 life and then they hold back their, like, just out of sheer muscle memory of playing, or they want to have a blocker, and it's like, you can't block this deck unless it's the flyer. But yeehaw. Oh, I don't like that. Only good news with the life staff being out is that oftentimes you get a little bit overzealous with trying to activate it and make the thing work. But I don't know if we're going to run into that here. Let's keep up on this stuff. We got a Bushwhacker, Chain Lightning. Well, let's get rid of the dudes. I'm going to go like this. Without a Bonesplitter, I'm just going to keep treating this dude as a beat stick. What I mean here is like maybe he gets a little crazy and tries to sacrifice that. That's fine. On net, 2 life there. Hey, life gains our thing. Missed first round. We lost. Yes, we lost obnoxiously fast. It was just plop. It's like a speed bump on the road. I like this. We're going to cast this on this. All right. And keep on attacking. Interesting. We need a life. Could probably kill a Raider. I'm going to keep that for the Chain Lightning. Maybe max out at 4 land so I can keep tripping Syphon. I'm sure Bushwhacker is going to show up here. Come on, Bushwhacker. There you go. There he is. He's back. All right. Well, the ability to sacrifice 3 on 2. Let's block. He's only got Chain Lightning next turn, so that won't be able to attack. Hopefully. We'll be taking 4. Gonna get rid of the creatures while I can. This is tough. I'm gonna opt to do it. Pay 1 life. We're only saving 1 life here, but we are getting rid of a dude. Maybe, unless he zips it over. It'll die anyway, so it would probably be the better play for him to just sacrifice it. Yep. Olesh in the house. Good to see ya. Alright. God dang, we're at 6 already. This is nuts. Alright, so we drew what we needed there. I'd rather have that hit me in the face there. Hey-yo! So we're at 3 life. I've got a Syphon here. hopefully sneak out a Crypt Rats with one swamp back up there because our Vault Skirge is dead. Got to save that for blocking. Gain 2 life on that. Why am I glad I put in Syphon? Yep. Here we go. It has to attack. Here we are. If we're going to lose, I'd rather lose 1-2. This, we already lost double loss in the very first round, so. Like I said, one of my favorite things to do with decks is this trial by fire, as I'm fond of saying. Where you can only tournament practice room so long, and then it's like, damn it, put your money up. Oh, that's brutal. Wow, gets rid of it and saves the chain lightning in his hand. We are a dead duck. LL. This is brutal. Man, our opponents are drawing good. If we were on Tribe or Heroic, these would be close matchups. I'm on like a SUI Black Rogue here. It's like, come on, give me a chance. But we're gonna be dead here unless he completely muffs. Cheeky sideboarding. Yes. All right. Bam, bam. Down 2. I'm going to go refill, get my throat in working order, and I'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Enjoy.
Guys, Cody and the gang are at the park playing football with down Darius Jackson. Let's go!
You're not going anywhere without your big game liquid slam.
Excellent!
Go long. This one's going downtown. Whoa!
Check it out! Now I got a full team. Yeah! Yeah!
Liquid slam!
Liquid slam!
Oh! Jesus Christ!
We gotta go! Out back! Out back!
Come on! Die!
Oh. Tough day, kids? Well, I've got just the thing. How about some big game pizza pigskin?
Awesome!
Yeah!
Hungry got me in a grapple. Big game pizza pigskin is my hunger that you tackle. All day, every day, big
Touchdown,
game.
Mrs. D.
Big game pizza pigskins for your taste buds a touchdown.
Sack your hunger with Big Game Pizza Pigskins. Pizza that tastes better on a football.
Always use a flamethrower with adult supervision.
If you've been arrested, damaged, or killed, call the experienced attorneys at Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Our lawyers specialize in Azorius law and will fight to give you the justice you deserve. Call 1-800-296-7487 for a free consultation. Even if you've manned a vehicle while hibernizing, our attorneys are on the stack 24 hours a day.
Goblin, Fairy, Soldier, or Mirror, call Jace, Gideon, and Vincer.
Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Call today.
It's the liquor of ages, the tonic of conquerors. Find your spark. Gin and tonic, making men into giants since 1857.
And we're back. Had to redo the the throat hydro situation. If you're just joining us, the top of the show I did I tried to mimic Hulk Hogan this morning on my mic and really shot my voice. So I'm trying not to talk too much. But as fast as we're getting blown out here, this might be a really good show for that because we haven't won a single game. We double lost to Affinity with the Disciple build, and then we ran into Goblins. It's like, where's that deck been? Sure is amazing against us. So anyway, I'll go over the deck list here real quick while we're waiting for our next opponent to show up. So I think the changes I would make is, and then like 3 or 4 versions ago of this deck, I used to run Crypt Rats main, and not so much for the sweeping effect. It's a nice drawback to having a kill element, but it's just mostly as a blocker sometimes, being able to get out there, and then it has that nice drawback of being a trump card against a lot of just decks like elves and such like that. So it was worth it, Deluxe. Oh, what was worth? Oh, did you? Oh, you like that? Yeah, I was digging in the deep in the folders of Pauperganda. I'm like, I haven't aired this one in a while. I try to keep it a little thematic. You know, it was like a black mana commercial with Twisted Abomination. We're playing a black deck, so yeah, try to go like that. So, oh, the voice. Thank you for that. Yeah, it was funny. Oh, thanks for that, Mr. Ash81. It's hard. Your font on my screen is coming up really dark, so it was hard to read that. One of the hardest things to do with audio editing is once you get the voice close enough, I had to find analog audio of just tape hiss from like the 80s recordings and layer it without it sounding like kind of a seesaw effect and stuff. I work way too hard on this stuff. It's ridiculous. I could probably just shove it out there. Nobody would notice the difference, but I do. So that's the problem. All right. Come on now. Let's get some wins in here, people. Yep. Deluxe cough is 0-2. We're sucking bad. Here we are. All right. Woohoo. Look at this. Well, we've got 5 mana. We're going to just bust out both Dauthuis and the Bonesplitter. We'll keep this. Watch we lose this one too. That'd be pretty funny. Got a pretty blitzy hand. Got to keep the liquids on the voice. Yeah, the mono black Thorn deck. That's for a while there I was kind of like, man, I'm just gonna be the Thorn guy. I'm gonna be the dude that plays, you know, the kill 'em all stuff. But I just can't go against your nature for that long. What I mean by that is, let's see. Watch it get dazed right now. Doink. Hopefully it's on a really counter heavy build. We'll bust out 5 mana, baby. This to this, and then to this. Woohoo! How's that for turn 1? Sometimes it works. We've got a unblockable Ball Lightning on turn 2 on. Stars and Stripes are going to run roughshod over our opponent. Oh yeah. I don't even want to mimic it, because even trying to half-ass a Hulk Hogan impersonation right now, I can usually just do it no problem. But like I said, I read once or twice like him, and it was like, it doesn't have that raw, just over the top power. So I backed up from the mic about 4 feet and was just like trying to truly just act like him. Crazy. All right, we've got that. I'm gonna put it on the weaker one because I want this to live over that one, because he's probably gonna bolt it here. And we'll see. He's got to have Scred right by now, right? No? All right. Yep. There it goes. So we're only doing 2 all of a sudden. And then if he's got more removal after that, we're ultra screwed. But we can at least block Delvers and pay for them. It would have been cool if we had a Unearth in that opening hand, because we could have pitched the Faerie and then just paid 1 black and had a 2/2 flyer. It's good in this matchup. What's he revealing? Well, he already revealed that. Is he going to reveal anything with Augur? A Bolas. There wasn't spit all over the other side of the room. You didn't do it right. Yes. Yeah, had to say my prayers and eat my vitamins. All that. Apostle's Blessing. Not a card you often see. This is interesting. Hey, we're doing horrible, little fight, but I announced that we weren't expecting much out of today, but I'm going to invest while we have the mana to do it right now. This damn thing again. All right. We're going to cast this, pay for this. All right. Now we'll pay for this. Then we'll go for it. Oh, Syscoms, I've actually had a lot better turns than that. Well, that hurt. Man. Yeah, look at that first turn. We've hit him for 2. It's like all of a sudden, if he's got 1 more burn spell, we're going to be in a tight spot. Of course, it couldn't work out. Would have been nice to just 666 dead. But no. At least we're uncounterable, though. Oh, it's fine. Little fight. I kind of predicted we were going to have, after last week's, I think we went 4-1. I was, or 3-2. I forget what we did. But it felt a little too mainstream, so I was like, I gotta spice it up again. And I've been having a lot of fun with this brew. This, again, you take this into the tournament room and you'll, like, get about 90%, and you're just like, yeah, it's ready. And as we saw, of course, we ran into two goofy builds. This is the first, like, deck kind of expect to see, so, yeah. Opponent's kind of helping us in the life department. Actually, he's paid for him. Weird with Apostle's Blessing there. All right, well, dang, darn it. I'm going to equip here. Probably eat the bolt that the Duress will grab, but this will tell us the same thing. Hey, he doesn't have any direct damage. Okay, good to know. 3-turn clock. Here comes probably the bolt. Digging for burn, says Olesh. Very true. I'm sure he's got it. Yeah, that's probably right. Some sort of blitz. With Snowlands, though, that's strange. It's just a copy-paste list from the old one. Ah, thank goodness. There we go. Okay. Probably should attack first, but hey, that's nice to know. He doesn't have anything from here. Pay for this. Turn this into a real quick. There we are. Ah, now comes out this dude, and all he's got is some Apostle's Blessings, so not to worry too much there. Don't know. I think the Macabre is probably the play if I draw correctly, but no. I feel kind of weird doing this because it's a little bit overkill, but at least we've got protection from anything that'll kill us here. And now I can't activate the Apostle, so I think the Cyclops will be dead in the water with this play. All right. Hey, we finally won one game. Little fights are good luck charm, I guess. Is it Blitz? And we really, really, really like Snuff Out in this matchup. We're usually going to be taking at least between 4 and 36 when that stuff goes down. So it's kind of nice to have that roll through like that. Macabre is not really needed here. And to lose the Marauder or Macabre. I lose both Sign and Bloods. And what? Let's see. Probably, I think I'm going to go with a Raven's Crime. I like the Macabre just for the blockers. Man, this card shows up almost every time I play casually. It's just in every opening hand. I've seen it like, what, once? I don't even think once. I'm not sure. Could probably argue bring in Choking Sands. Yeah, we're going to definitely Snuff Out as our MVP. Don't be shy with this. As long as you're alive, you're alive. Against decks where you need it, they're going to hit you for at least 4. All right. I'm just going to try this as it is. The way I've been bored in here and against bad matchups might be, you know, Sign and Blood's a nice card and all, but all right, so now this is the kind of hand, like if I had Unearth right now, I could, you know, cast this Vault Skirge and then Unearth or trip Faerie for nothing and then go get it again. But I think we'll keep this. I'm just going to lead out with the Macabre first turn because we've got a natural 2 here. I don't want to go too low on life, and we'll start the beats early. Yeah, the Duress feels really, really good in this deck. Okay, so now we've got that. We'll throw this out. Or we could. I mean, he might have Electrickery here. What do you guys think? Cast a Vault Skirge and then another one right behind it. I think we go with the Macabre because we've already got lifelink here. I'm just going to cast this. Gains a lot of life with this hand. Oh, this, yeah, the old Snuff Out. Yeah, I'm usually kind of old school with that, but if I got my choice of art, I usually go with the one I want. It's so fascinating right now in Pauper. Like, who would have thought Stompy would almost be on, you know, just nowhere. I think that Heroic and a few other things, it's just fascinating to me how he would have lost so many bets just like, you know, oh, what about this? It's like, man, it's just dead. You got nothing. All right. Attack here. Hopefully he's playing Shock and not Lightning Bolt because we can't really live through that. I'm going to save that for then. Is he going to let this through? All right. I'm going to double pay for 2 Vault Skirges here. Bring my life online big time next turn. Probably get all this back. If he has something like an Electricity, I just want volume right now, and that'll set him back a turn, and we'll still have a life stick that'll get everything back. So, who plays Lightning Bolt? Nobody I know of. That's something you don't see either, is that Goblin Electromancer, the one that reduces costs. I think there's something in that card. This Pauper's so viciously fast. I mean, who would have took that bet like 3 or 4 months ago? You say, yeah, Stompy's not even going to like be in the standings. Be like, wait a minute, what did they bring back Storm or something? It's like craziness. Excuse me, I'm going to take another Ricola. Sorry if it rattles in the mic. I'll stuff it in my cheek like a hamster, and hopefully it doesn't distract too much. Oh. Is that true, Shiraz? Thank you for that. He has 4 days. Good to know. Okay. And it all help. Ah, now we're feeling really, really safe. I know I could do this at instant speed, but I'm just going to do it now. So, yeah, we can gain 7 life. Turn after turn, start paying for stuff. It's definitely, the deck has a lot of game, as long as you just don't get those alpha draws. I mean, like I know it sounds like I'm full of excuses, and I probably am, but couldn't have run into a worst 2 first rounds, I would think. Yeah, once I put this in, the win percentages just started going up because it just does everything. It hurts them fast, keeps you alive, gets you out of range. Electricity, eh? Well, Electricity at this point, well, now that he's dropped 2, decent, but all right. Let's see. Not sure I want to wait around for a Dispel. How many Dispels does he run, Shiraz? Can you tell me that? Hey, look at that. We can just natural cast the Snuff Out. Want to stay head on life. Gain some life. Here comes 7. Okay. What do you guys think? I should try to kill it now? Dispels now, and I'll have kill it now, Destroyer 24. Good to see you. Thanks for chiming in. Anybody else vote for killing it now? Kill it. All right. The nows have it. With days back up. Hey, we got 3 days back up. Do I have another one? Dun dun dun. All right. About all I could be digging for here is a daze, and we've got the mana for it. Unless he's got a daze in hand and he wants the second one. Wouldn't that be funny? We could ritual. Hey, so we win one. The win-win. Snuff Out shows its true colors. We're, man, 48 minutes into the show and we're in match 4. This is going to be one of the fastest shows ever. When you get run over or do the running overs that fast, it's pretty crazy. Well, at least we won't get snuffed out ourselves. And Mungurna in the house, technically 2 days back up. Sounds like a tech support thing. How many days backup do you have? What? One of those who's on first, but nerdy popper jokes. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, I meant to do this. Okay. Changes I'm going to be making to this. The Marauder is very nice, awfully fragile, and in the Sign in Blood, I'm not sure. It might be best to just move all the rats main. Like I said, you've got a blocker, you got a sweeper when you need it, or a killer. That would open up 4 spots on the board. Might be something there. SR's business, it isn't high in a deck that means to cast them, and often, if you didn't catch the top of the show, one of the best plays is in your opening hand, you discard for nothing, and then you unearth it. So for 1 black, you get a 2/2 flyer. It's right up there almost with Delver of Secrets as far as, yeah, it's costing you a card, but synergy's pretty cool. It's just nice having that option, so pretty cool. Need to give us something more, Deluxe? Olesh? I'm reading upwards, sorry guys. I don't know what you mean by that, buddy. Elaborate, please. All right. Like I said, I just didn't want to play Heroic again. My heart's in Heroic. I'll be playing that probably all weekend, but okay. One card we don't really want. We got to throw this back. Mulligan. We'll keep this. We've got a Fire Blast on the ground. Sorry for the throat lozenge crackling if you're hearing that. We'll keep this. Well, we've only got 1 creature. Probably be pretty good to be able to protect it, wouldn't it? Of course, you also want to draw other creatures. Something tells me to put that on the bottom. Okay. Let's do this. Drop the important thing first, and then the X. Here we go. Creature lives matter. I'm just happy I can talk today. Oh, that's one of the things we love to see. Oh, all right. Looks like we're going up against Hexproof. Why play that when you can just play Heroic, right? Okay. Hopefully we can just start swinging here. We drew the Apostle's Blessing anyway, giving black the option of something it shouldn't be able to do. Go ahead and try to block frivolously. We ain't got no edicts here, baby. What's this? Okay. And normally, see, if this was SUI black traditional, we'd just be dead in the water here. We couldn't attack, or if we did, he could just block, or a lot of things. I like the, now I do like seeing Sign in Blood. Let's get some more threats here. Oh, God, it'd be so nice to have hit a swamp there and been able to... Armadillo Cloak's what's going to win him the game if he's got it, so... Oh, I see, Olesh. Okay, yeah, we'll go over Heroic if somebody can remind me at the end of it. Sorry, I'm going to chew on this lozenge. It's going to be loud real quick. Just got to turn it into Hyrexian crystals there. All right. I'm even impatient when it comes to lozenges. I can't. I'd be horrible in those old, how many licks does it take to get to the center of it? 2. That's me. Crunch. Sorry if that was too loud there, guys. Try to back up. Who would like to bet that I'm the only one suffering from a sore throat today on Earth who was trying to mimic Hulk Hogan this morning? Anyone? There's probably a pretty good chance, even though there's a lot of people in the world. I don't know. What would you bet? The upside, let's say you win like $1 million. Would you bet a finger? A couple toes maybe? You're probably going to come out on top, but it's not what I want to see. I don't see... He's got to just have dead cards, and we've got to get more stuff online here. Oh, boy. The odds of us... We're nullifying everything. We're taking 4 a turn. I could probably draw into a swamp here. I'm going to... Oh, come on. I'm supposed to draw a swamp there. Or speed up our death clock. What do folks think about the new merfolk that makes hexproof? That seems all right. You win the bet, Deluxe. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be... I'm always thinking those weird thoughts. Like, kids will say the weirdest things sometimes, and you're like, is that the first time that's ever been uttered or said? I think it's a pretty safe bet, especially when it's magic related. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one, guys. Now, had that not been lifelink, I think we would have raced him there, but that's a big L for that round. All right, off to the sideboard. Let's see. Snuff Out's not going to do us any good. I'm going to avoid the cutesy macabre plan just for sheer spots. We need all the help we can get against a deck like this. So if he's stuck on lands, I want to really punish him, being able to blow up his only sources of white sometimes, hopefully. Going to bring this and this in. And obviously Crypt Rats. Got to lose 4 cards. I'm going to lose both Bloods. 1 Unearth because our fairy trick's gone. Actually 2 Unearth because we're not really going to be having things die very often. It actually might be a little bit better to lose the blessings are dead cards here, and we can at least cycle Unearth. Let's see. Get rid of another blessing. When would blessing come up? Everything has evasion. This is just for decks trying to mess with us. He's not doing that. I'm going to lose all the blessings. And tough. Oh, Snuff Out's ridiculous. Don't need it. Sign in Blood. I could see wanting to see that. And you know, but I'm gonna go with 2 Macabres there just because Silhana might be able to block her. Buy a turn. Let's look. Check the chat. Sorry guys. Kill the lands. Bring Sign in Blood black. Yeah. Hello, Pauper Party people. Why do you need such long names in the house? Syphon. I don't think this game's going to go long enough, Mike, man. If we're casting Syphon, we've won already. Crypt Rats. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, yeah, we want... No, I mean, outside of a Dark Ritual early draw and a lockout, this is blocking material. All right, let's go. I'm just glad Magic isn't jumping my board all over the place here. Yes, I would like to play first. Well, we've got a Crypt Rat heavy build there. If we draw into a Swamper, kind of good. I don't know. I kind of don't like this hand. We're not doing much. We're waiting to slowly die and kill ourselves. What do you guys think? Keep? Ship it? I got to use the restroom. Please come to a consensus. I'll be right back. Hi-ya. Alrighty, let's see. Mole. Protection from green. So we got one mole. Alright. I'll mole then. Oh my god, that's terrible. Mulligan. Okay. Oh god. Come on, another swamp. Please, keep. I do want to see that, actually. Boy, this is ugly. Very ugly. Let's go run here. Down life. At least we'll be able to grab maybe his life gaining stuff. Might have a slow draw. That Crypt Rat build. Maybe should have kept that. Cough, I want to see the chat message. I want to see the chat message. What's the chat message? I'm not sure what you mean, sir. Okay. Duress, very good against many decks. Maybe I should just run 4 of those. Keep the curve going screamingly low. Not going to waste any time here. I want to go see what I get. All right, Cloak, Silhana. We've got a blocker for Silhana. This is going to be rough, guys. I'm going to take the Cloak. We'll rock this. Definitely going, unless something goes much different, we are going to lose this given on this hand. We don't have any real edict effects, so didn't really expect to see hexproof. Heroic, yes. That's why I got Snuff Outs. At least have a little bit of a game once they're tapped out. Of course, being all black, that's a folly to begin with, but you do have more targets. Cuff, I want to see that message. He wrote you a oh, he did. Okay, let's see. Good luck. Hello. Okay, there it is. Yeah, nothing like last week's. That was pretty funny. That epic comeback against the salty player, demeaning us from the get-go. Okay, let's take inventory here. Forest gone, Ethereal Armor gone, Ledgewalker gone, 2 Rancors in hand. Ah, dang it. All right. Boy, we are not going to really be able to race here. It's I'm going to develop here and attack. We're going to be up. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that was that was pretty funny. Hard to beat last week's show. That was a fun one. We're successful too. Like I said, I think I'm just kind of broken that way, where it's like if I have a good outing, the very next time I kind of want to play Ultra Rogue, and it doesn't get much more roguey than this. I was almost going to play Greenland, the Green Land Destruction deck. I would probably have the similar results though, because Affinity wouldn't really care too much, and then Goblins shrugs and looks the other way as it runs you over. So, all right, 2 Rancors in hand. What's he got? Oh boy, if he's got another Ethereal Armor, this one's over before it begins. Okay, 1 Rancor down. So we're taking 5 a turn with the account of our Vault Skirge there. I think double crime in here makes more sense as far as trying to just stay alive than anything else. We know one of them's a Rancor. I'll dismiss this. Well, this bodes well. Maybe he's got an Ancestral Mask. Hey, look at that! All right, we might live another turn. I'll hit for 3. Man, I thought it would be nice if he was at 8. It'd still be a tough matchup there. We need blitz. All right, so we got 2 turns unless crap happens. Maybe 3. We did not. Yep, that's right, SRS business. All right, he learned his lessons. He's playing the lands. Going to play it. Mana's right now. Not like they're going to be holding on to enchantments, so crime was for early game, or it did its job. 12 to 9. We could do 5 next turn. Oh, is he not going to attack with... I love it! Hey, it happened! See that play? People just have that knee-jerk... I'm glad it happened during the show, because I was just talking about it last round, where people keep an attacker back. It's like, well, that's not going to do you much good. Of course, we're dead. Even if I block there... Yeah, we got nothing here. got trample anyways, and first strike, so we wouldn't even gain the life, but I can at least, hey man, we're holding darkness, right? Wink, wink. We're at the hour mark. We're almost already in round 5. This is nuts. But I will go over other decks, so don't go anywhere after we lick our wounds and run away. Sniveling, crying in the gutter. That is an awful matchup. All right. Bam. 1, 3. Hooah. Okay, let's just jump into the next. Be a quick show, that's for sure. I'll go over the heroic list after this, show you guys kind of some of the changes I've made. If you're following me on Facebook, it's not going to be too much different, if any. Is anyone playing in the pre-release, Siscom says. I'm going with my sons. Loads of fun and good quality time. I couldn't say that better. That's magic in my boys. It does bring you together. The phones go away, and you know they look to dad for the you know, they want to beat you, but they also, you know, have a lot of questions. And I tell you, one of the best things as a father in Magic is vocabulary and math. But really vocabulary. There's a lot of times my oldest is in high school now, and he'll ask, you know, he's got some pretty big vocabulary words, and I know almost all of them, and it's usually from deducting what the card does in Magic. Pernicious, or, you know, all these things. And it's like, how do you know that, Dad? And I'm like, play more Magic. Doing the Midnight Tonight. Super pumped. Oh, nice. Wow. Shirazman says this might be the first pre-release in 8 years that I don't go to. I get to them a lot, I see. Interesting. I was a little bummed out with the Santa Clara or whatever that Pauper was last week. How it was kind of like this pseudo not really tournament. It was like everybody showed up 3 rounds. There wasn't really any winner, and then it just kind of dripped away. It was like, so hopefully the next one is better. Oh my God, what a weird hand. Mulligan that. We will keep this. Nice to have the Apostle's Blessing backup. I wish you could just keep the mana when you get it, but you can't. Keep. I like this a lot. I'm going to put this on the top because we've only got 1 creature, and I can at least cycle if our dude survives, which is a possibility he won't. One of the flaws of this deck, which you pay for in the speed, though, is like, if he does have a bolt here, let's do the math as a critique of myself. You spent the Unearth coming up next, Dark Ritual, and that for 1 card. So you can get 3 for 1 in theory pretty easily here. Elves! We might have a shot here. Depends how nutty their draw is. Just gonna go all out. Go eat some life. Yeah, I think it's better than that to do SRS business. I was just it was just kind of like such a I'm very glad I didn't go, because my wife was like, you should go, you should go. I'm like, man, that is quite a few hours, and gosh, I would have been so pissed if I got there and it was just kind of like this land with a fizz sort of thing. I was like, all right, well, there's that. So Snuff Out's definitely going to come in, and Crypt Rats. I'm just taking little notes so that I don't punt, because when I stream and try to talk, and I think my throat's coming back. Feeling better. Need all the help you can get. Yeah, I'm not thinking that Marauder belongs in this. Be a lot nicer knowing that this game somewhere in our deck was the Crypt Rats, because we could either block this in a pinch, or we could just wipe. This will keep us in the game, and I'm going to keep doing it until it doesn't work. I'd rather have more of a little bit of a developed board, but we're at least taking big chunks off of life and at least being able to reset ours. So yeah, that's what I heard, Shiraz. That's kind of goofy, isn't it? All right. Let's see what he shows us. We're dead. Common theme for today. Well, wait. He's got to kind of go... Yeah, I think you go all out and then tap for the priest, then untap for the Vanguard, and then attack for probably 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Say enough numbers, you're going to get them right. Woo! So we're at 30, thanks to double Grotesque Mutation. Great card. If I played Black Infect, I would definitely play that too. We only need 2 more mutations to win. I was thinking about going to London, but it's a long way to go for 3 rounds. Yeah, well, hopefully, like I said, I don't know if has anybody heard. It might be that they were kind of, hopefully this is what happened. They went, whoa, holy crap. There's quite an audience for this. Hey, let's really step it up at the next one. But, well, this play really hurts us because we have to win this turn, and this deck can't. Actually, could we? We'll be at 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. Math is hard. Cycle time. I sure wish Apostle's Blessing worked both ways. That'd be awesome. Deck's just not showing up for us today. The Duresses were my last minute, because I did lose like 3 in a row last night to burn. I won 2, but I was like, I'll probably run in a burn all day tomorrow if I don't do something. So I put in Duress, and then we faced everything but. They only do 3 rounds. Ah, bummer. Spend $1,000 to fly to London, says Zerlik. Go undefeated and win 40 packs. Worth it. Spoken like it's a true knight. All right. And this will be our, well, at least the last, I'd say Blitz and Elves were expected to see. But yeah, that first Affinity deck and then the Goblins, it was like, huh? What year is this? Dead as a doornail, I think. Yep. Definitely did. Go through the motions. This is the last round, but don't go anywhere. We will be reviewing Mono White Heroic, which I'll probably be playing in the tournament this weekend. I can't see why I wouldn't. Sometimes there are decks that you just like to play. I mean, whenever you make a deck, you want to play it. 1 or 2, 3, 4, but those decks that you just over and over and over again. Hexproof used to be that way with me about 3 or 4 years ago before it got popular. Obviously, Crypt Rats comes in. I'm going to take out, probably not going to be messed with. They do have the longbow. I'm going to favor going this route. Here. Syphon, not too good. It's not too good. It's not too good. What do you guys think? Goblins next week. You can play your son's deck. Yeah. We actually have a few people wanting us to play their deck in the inbox, so I was tempted to do that this week. But again, if you want your idea played live, just send us an email at pauperganda@gmail.com, and the deck list, obviously. And if it's up for negotiations as far as changes, if it's not, that's fine too. Because if you're footing the bill for the tourney entry, we'll and then we'll even go so far as to, like, I don't know, maybe you like Star Wars, and so the show intro will have a little bit of a customization for you there, because just as a way to say thank you, and also as a way to just divvy up the show and give it a little bit of a theme. Duresses, 2 feels good. Blessing, this is just a defensive card, so much so that because our whole deck has evasion, so I'm starting to think that if we played, what's the Undying Evil one here? The pros and cons of that, we'd be gaining 2 life. I don't know. That's interesting. I got to do something quick here, guys. Let's see. I'll bring in some flyers and hope for that. Ha! Ruzmov, good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. Everybody in the house. All right, here we go. Come on, Crypt Rats. Yeah, all right. I'm going to keep this hand. If we do draw in a Crypt Rats, we've got the sweep. Again, if you can come away with anything other than, oh my God, why would you play this deck? I already prefaced that at the beginning of the show, saying we're not going to do too good with this, but it's near and dear to my heart. I really like this style. But if you're going to come away with anything from the show, just know that, like, when you do play a creature like Crypt Rats, you don't have to trip it. It can be a blocker. It can be an attacker. You just get out of that mindset of, like, I can do this. Yes, that's a great ability it has. But when I did have Crypt Rats main in this, there were a lot of times you top deck it, Crypt Rat it, all of a sudden it's got a Bonesplitter and you're swinging with it. So it falls into the evasion category, being able to swing like that. All right, here we go. So I think the play here, because we've got a turn 2 in this, I'm going to use up my ritual right now and just get a flyer, pecking him in the face. What would have been cool is if one of these was an Unearth, we could have Dark Ritualed, pitched this, and had both creatures out on the board because of the Unearth trigger with the Macabre. Again, you don't need a target for Macabre. You can just ditch it for nothing and unearth it for 1 black. Which is, I would really have liked to have seen that happen. If we win this one, maybe it'll happen next turn. But I don't want to go too heavy as far as extending here. Given that we have Crypt Rats, I'm going to want to sweep, most likely for 1, but if it's 2, you could see that happening. Damn Well-Wisher shows up, I am going to be pissed. Fantastic Mr. Fox. I believe that was a movie. One of those stop animation ones. Remember the trailer? One of my buddies cut that. Oh, I'm just so glad my voice is coming back. I would have thought talking a bunch would heal it. So I've had to make so many bathroom breaks, though. Good grief. Ooh, don't like that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Rolled doll book. Okay. He's got all the players up at 20 life. Right back in it. Given the plethora of 1/1s. I'm going to play the Slayer. And attack. Come on, just have a forest, a blah draw. Pretty nice artwork on this. Love the tilt of the landscape there. Very nice. Bungbird, good to see you. So black mana symbols and no devotion. Nope. Carries a little too expensive for this. This is all about the evasion. Interesting here. Well, I mean, he does have Ranger. Might as well get in the licks there. Maybe I keep Macabre back to prevent this etching of a Fire Blast every turn. We'll see. Is he going to pass after that? Please. All right. Maybe he's just got a forest or something. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to keep that back for now to prevent any sort of shenanigans. We'll just attack here. Gain our life back a bit. Hit him a little bit harder. Why do I need such a long name? Good points. All right. 7 coming at you. Now 6 a turn worth it. He doesn't really have Well-Wisher out. I think I'm going to drop my dude. I've got a unblockable Ball Lightning in theory. This deck really can shine when you're going up against decks that don't really have ways of dealing with creatures, obviously, because normally if decks show up like that, then they're counting on blocking stuff, and there's not much blocking going on with this kind of strategy. Poor guy. I know what that feels like. You're playing like 10 forests or something ridiculously low, and then the people go and do this on you. All right. At this stage, I'm going to block the life gainer. He might have a little bit of a trick here. Not sure if maybe playing Wirewood or something. Okay, hey, it's better than at our face. All right. Well, 2 turns unless a bunch of creatures show up. That's good. I can at least block again. 6 coming through. Get mutated. Come on over for this. He's going to draw a creature. I'm going to cast this. Let him gain the life. If he doesn't attack, we still got lethal if he has nothing. But I want to kill that warden. Kill it dead. Kill it bad. Hey, it's a forest. All right. There's 1 win. and the rats didn't even show up. So full complement of Snuff Out and rats, and we didn't see a single one. All right. I'm actually going to lose the Duress plan. And just go all in with our attack mode here. Back in with the Marauder. It's funny, you know, I was playing this the last 2 days straight, and I just every other time I'd see Marauder, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And God, now it's just like, All right, so we do have Crypt Rats. Now here's a funny hand, because if we're gonna keep this, but if we didn't, it's one of those where you're like, well, shoot, if you don't draw any more swamps, you're screwed. So yeah, we're gonna keep this. My youngest loves the game The Escapists. It's a game where you play, it's like an 8-bit game, and you play an escaped convict. And then the second one came out, and he's all thrilled with that. So it'll be fun to see. I heard him just come home, so I'm sure he's going to be playing that. Yeah, the R&D function. This is just a SUI black deck with just chock full of evasion. Not doing too hot. All right, decision time. Could gain a bunch of life with Vault Skirge and start hitting for 3. Gonna ritual. Pay here. And get this dude out. Bring out our Bonesplitter next. Hopefully Snuff Out and mana and everything shows up, and we can make a game of it. This is game 3. We're 1-1. That's a nice Snuff Out target. Do not like that artwork. It's just hard to tell what's going on. And no mana. Okay, well, we can attack. Gain a life. No life gainers. No life gainers. Yeah, R&D function. After I was about to do Heroic again, I'm like, probably next week I'll do Heroic again, but I just didn't want to have back-to-back shows, so I went Ultra Rogue today and Mono Black. Oh, now we got 2 targets we want rid of. Oh boy. We know where this is headed. Kaplunk. That's a start. We can at least I'll just keep attacking. Hopefully he's on enough. Not that we're gonna do much against that Well-Wisher, especially if a Quarian Ranger shows up. Poor guy just flooded like crazy. Oh, well, that'll help. I think this one's over. Yeah, we're going to go over that since it's such a fast show today, about an hour and a half, and I think we're dead after about 2 more turns here. We're going to go over the changes to my Heroic anyway and see what we can see. And exactly what he needs there. Out comes the Ranger. Boom, boom, boom. Getting ugly fast. If we get a Dark Ritual, that kind of saves the day. Zing for 1. Kill our Scourge. That would suck, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking Undying swap. If I'm gonna keep playing this deck, which I do think I will, but yeah, Undying versus Apostle's Blessing. It's a really dependent matchup. There's so many times when one's good, the other's better, but ooh, a little bit too late here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can't do anything here, guys. All right, at least I'll get some respect with this play. Gain 5 there. Play the Crypt Rats. Hey, good to see you. Pauperganda, Belcher Mage, good to see you. Anyone else here, go to the Santa Clara for Pauper. And I'm going to drop this one. We're going to jump right over. So 1-4, pretty miserable outing. Changes I would make. Immediately, not a fan of these Marauders. I would want the Crypt Rats main. Something with this effect. The the blessing, maybe a bit of a toss up. I could do like 3 of those, maybe 1 less of these, and then have the Undying ING. Let's see. Does Undying show up? Oh, there we go. Let's keep it to the 2 of those. I had 2 of those for a while. I think the one on Facebook I have like that. So something like this. I'm going to keep it undone so that we can come back to it. But anyway, so the only deck we beat was Blitz, because we have Snuff Out in our that was the only one we beat. We did win, but we lost to Affinity, Goblins, Hexproof, and Elves. So not a good outing for this. But hey, like I said, I kind of proclaimed that was going to be the thing. What do you think of the change of the shadow creatures to infect creatures? Yeah, I do have. It's funny you say that. I've got a black infect list. I'll show it to you. Boink, right here. This one this plays a lot like the one we just played, where if you play it in the tournament room, you'll be like, man, this is almost there. So this one has Rituals, Duress, Undying Evil, Unearth, all Bonesplitters, and I actually do run the Asps. They're mostly to catch Edict bait, but they're easily one of the worst creatures with infect. But sometimes you're flooded and you've got that one, and you just ping, 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 and you go. It's the first thing you lose when the Edict shows up. Plague Stingers, Grotesque Mutation shows up, all the blessings, the Contagious Nim, nice with the Dark Ritual first turn, and then the sideboard we've got all kinds of other good things. This card is so fun to kill people with, because if you got Bonesplitters out and control player and you're out, they do not expect a hasted infect creature, especially when it's like a 4 or 6/1 coming up. So it's pretty fun to do that. But anyway, off to a real deck. The Mono White Heroic. I've been really loving this deck, and I'm still sticking with 18 basics. The logic being that I want that backup plan. I want to be able to protect it once something's out there in the form of Emerge Unscathed, or just a lot of when you do drop an armor on something to have backup. I cut to 3 Emerge Unscathed, and I've been really happy with it. I cut to 3 Seekers. It feels just right there. I run 2 Journeys main now. I did that for the challenge. I think I got like 20 something. I broke even, in other words. Sacred Cat counts down to 3. Been a lot of discussion about this and swapping maybe with Doom Traveler or with Life. Just the card Lifelink main right here, kind of doing the same thing. I just find it's so relevant so often for me. It has been, and I've played it enough that I know it's a big enough sample size. I don't know. 3 feels right to me. But the big card here is Deathblade Elite, and I feel like an idiot for not taking this for a spin earlier, because First Strike, out of all the abilities, it's probably the most misplayed, but it's one of those that's just kind of like forgotten off into the shadows, and it's like, oh, that's nice, it hits first. But man, you put it on a provoke, and what's cool about this is, well, like against elves especially, all of a sudden this deck has game. You put a first strike, it's a 2/2 first striker, and even if they can kill your dude, you first strike it, and then you trigger the prevent after you've done your first strike damage, and you've just got like a walking Shinnin of Life's Roar that's just keeps coming. So yeah, no, I'm not playing Double Cleave at all anymore, and actually everybody in the top 30 didn't either. And I've said on Facebook I thought I was going to be alone in doing that, and not one Double Cleave showed up, and like I think there were 6 lists that top 30'd, and none of them played it. Just kind of a win more card. It's sitting around waiting. Obviously, it's a great card when you're already winning and you've got the game, or trying to stay ahead on life. I realistically, in a long day of a tournament and stuff, I wanted to draw answers for stuff, and against the mirror, having 2 Journey to Nowheres is just never dead. It's great, great against everything. So it was a troll. I'm sorry. I hate those Dawn Charms. They don't help against elves, I think. No, but just about everything else does, and I think Dawn Charms are great against elves because you fog and you're usually swinging in the air with big old nasty huge guys. I did run, if you notice the list in the challenge, I ran Sin's Enlistment as kind of Edict bait, or just kind of get more creatures out there. And we all know I hate Flood. Who doesn't? And Screw. But my concession to that was Devout Witness. I'm really into Spell Shapers at the moment. It's kind of a little brother or sister to Retrace. Not sure you know, and I really analyze this, it's like, well, if I did go up against, like, let's say Methonical's enchantment list, it's like this is really only going to get one, if any, because you got to wait a turn for it. So I'm not sure that this is the right card here either. But do notice that I would like to have some sort of like, I've looked at a lot of buyback cards. There's a lot of really good buyback cards that I think might actually fuel the late game here, but we'll see. That's this list for now. And you know, like even the Patriot Blade deck that I like to play, you know, I found a way for Seekers. This is a number 2 this deck, that really consistent mana base that with the help of Methonical helped design, and running, you know, 3 flame bolts, all 4 slashes, Bonesplitter. We got access to 2 spell bombs, the graveyard, the pinging, a lot of life gain. We got 3 of these guys, 3 Skyfishes to bring them back, 4 journeys, 3 of these, 4 of these, 1 Sens Enlistment, and 3 Muldrifters. And this is just one of those decks. It's like, if you don't know what you're going to run into, it's always good. And this card's just really an awesome inclusion to sideboards. I expected to see a lot of it last week, didn't really, but the more I play mono white heroic, the more I find that, as cute as it is to say, oh, I'm going to give your creature pro white, like to make all the stuff fall off, that usually loses you the game, because then they have like 3/3, 4/4, something that's pro white protection from your deck and keeps coming at you. So there's that to be said. What I found, if I do play a mirror, Seeker of the Way is obviously the MVP, and if you can pro white it really goes a long way there. So I wouldn't go white red with this list at all. I think the reason this deck is like tier 1 and it's winning a lot is its ability to just, it's so many problems. It's like hexproof without any hiccups in the mana base outside of Screw or Flood. There's no there's and as aggro keeps tilting more and we get more and more expansions, I think you're going to see a lot more mono colored decks, and there's that to be said. So anyway, guys, with all that, I'm going to the one Methonical run, that thing is sweet. Yes, SRS Visit. We linked that on our Facebook site, and if you haven't, hopefully. Probably a little bit too late to queue up Little Fight or Shiraz on that, but I think the link's laying around somewhere, but to Methonical's list. But really cool. My only knock on Methonical, I was watching his very insightful videos. Love the guy, but oh my God, if I heard Basically one more time, I was just gonna shoot myself. He's infected with Basically. So, and no Cycle Land. No, I ran it for one tournament. Every time I drew it, I wish it was a basic, and it slowed me down. I've got to find that fix. If it's a Spell Shaper, if it's Retrace, I'm not quite sure. 18, I'm positive that's the right number for this. I really want that 3 mana math right out of the gate so you can back stuff up and be doing things. But man, I really would like a way to gut the deck out of land. So, oh boy, why do I need such a long name? That would be a very long day indeed. It is my style, but that's not a very happy streaming deck, but couldn't do much worse than I did today, right? But so with that being said, guys, I'm going to head on out. I'll see you all on the weekend, hopefully playing and doing our Pauper thing here. If you got any questions, concerns, deck ideas, whatever, let me know at pauperganda@gmail.com. and all that. So without further ado, I'm going to roll the 1 or 2, 3 or 4 things, and we'll check you all out next week. And I'll probably be playing Heroic next week. Guarantee we'll go 3-2 or better. Adios till then.